everyone. I'm live here with Nicole Mullen, and she is the owner of CM Goodies. So, the first question I always ask Nicole is to tell us what you do and how you help people.
Well, we are a all vegan, gluten-free baked goods company that only packages in eco-friendly or biodegradable packaging.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome. And we have some here on site at the Hive that we've had a chance to try, and so many goodies. I love your, do you call them the protein bars, power bars?
major bar.
Major bars.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's one of our top sellers. And I recently put out a power cookie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar to that. And as far as like the protein and
Mm-hmm.
having the fiber and the vitamins and minerals and stuff that you would find in the major bars.
Yeah, just not quite as much to eat. So
Yes.
it's like real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. So can you give us a little bit of background into your journey?
Well, I was diagnosed with celiac
Mhm.
a little over 5 years ago. And prior to that, I've always been like the go-to baker for
Mhm.
everybody in the family and friends. And, they always hit me up, Nicole, what are you going to make us?
Yeah.
And so that kind of hit me hard. And so there for a little while, I was like trying to figure out, okay, how do I adjust? How do I, tweak these recipes so
Mhm.
that I'm still able to produce something that is just as good,
Mhm.
maybe even better,
Uh-huh.
and be able to give goodies to my family and
Yeah.
friends. So it kind of started that way, and then it kind of grew as I started to notice that there was a need
Mhm.
for more vegan and gluten-free options, especially here in the Wichita and surrounding area.
Mhm.
And a lot of people with celiac also have gluten intolerance.
Mhm.
Um, and so it was just a natural transgression for me to go from not just celiac, but also um, vegan.
Mhm.
And it just so happened that my son, whose birthday is today,
Uh-huh.
hi, he's completely vegan.
Okay.
And so it just made sense to me.
Mhm.
And
And he was really the one that kind of encouraged you in this, right?
absolutely, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. He's been very supportive. He he came to me one day and he's just like, Mom, you've got to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I know you want to do it. Stop procrastinating. Your
Mhm.
stuff is amazing. Like, just do it.
Aw.
And I was like, you know what? I should.
Yeah.
I really should.
Yeah. It makes a difference having somebody in your corner like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you dug into this a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit more about really the passion continuing to drive you in your business?
Well, the passion just really it stems from just bringing knowledge to people that have celiac that you
Mhm.
can have options that are going to taste good and
Mhm.
still be okay for you to have.
Mhm.
I think a lot of the times when we're hit with that diagnosis, we're like,
Can't ever have sweets
wow,
again. Yeah.
right? Not only sweets, but just anything.
Yeah. Mhm.
You're bombarded with all this overwhelming information of all
Mhm.
these foods that you can't have. And
Mhm.
so it's nice to be able to, give people options of stuff
Mhm.
that they absolutely can have
Mhm.
and is, tasty.
Yeah.
Um,
And one place they don't have to worry about it. Everything, since everything you do is, vegan and gluten free for
right.
the most part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not having to be like, oh, is this going to be safe?
Right. Is it one or the
Mm-hmm.
other? Like I said, those that have celiac tend to have gluten or dairy issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of the times I would find people that would say, okay, well, it's vegan, but is it gluten free or vice versa? So I'm like,
if they're asking it anyway, you might as well just do both. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, you don't have to ask, it's both.
Exactly. I
got
that.
you covered.
Yeah. So what have been some of the challenges so far?
Um, some of the challenges are there's people that have nut allergies also.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been a little bit challenging in that area just because some of the flours that I use are nut-based flour.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm given enough notice,
Mm-hmm.
I'll dedicate that day to just baking those nut-free items.
Mm-hmm. So you could be totally safe in
Exactly,
your cooking area.
exactly. And so I have a very specific cooking utensils that I keep separate that are just for those days. Um, and because I understand that people, some of them are mild, some of them are major. And so it's very important to me for there not to be that cross contamination. So sometimes that can be a little bit challenging, just trying to figure out how to work that into the schedule.
Yeah.
And then just getting the word out. Like a lot of people, they see or hear the words vegan or gluten free, and instantly they're like, nope,
It's
not
not
for me.
like it's not going to taste good. But
Right.
It does.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so that's been a challenge, just getting the word out, letting people know that just because it is vegan or gluten free, don't be scared.
And that you don't have to be vegan or be eating gluten free to enjoy them.
Absolutely not. And that's not just for sweets, that applies for everything. If you're on the keto diet, it's a wonderful option. If you're, just trying to watch your, sugar intake or up your protein, a lot of the times, choosing celiac or gluten-free or vegan options is the perfect option for you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what would you say kind of separates you out or makes you really unique in the way that you approach your business?
I think that one of the main things that separates us is, like I said, we are the only vegan and gluten-free. But aside from that is the fact that we only package in eco-friendly or biodegradable packaging. For me, it's very important to be conscientious of those around you and the environment. So as somebody who is surrounded by people that are vegan and know how important it is to be aware of the earth and your surroundings, it just seems important that our packaging reflect that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I love that you made that choice. So you are a mom and you do have a busy life. You were just kind of telling me earlier about trying to get workouts in and all of that.
Yes.
So what does work life self-care alignment look like for you?
It can be challenging, between home life and which includes the kids, the dogs, the husband, all of that stuff. And trying to grow and expand my business and still having to have that 9 to 5 to, until I make that, transgression into having CM Goodies full time, which is the goal. So, and we're well on our way. It can definitely be challenging finding the time.
Yeah.
And I find that I'm kind of old school in this way. Like I like to write everything down in my notebook and, I know everybody gets their phones out and I don't know, maybe I'm just weird like that. Like I like to write it down and have it visually in front of me, just flip through okay, this is what I'm doing today.
Yeah. I don't think it's weird. I think people have their own styles, different learning styles. If you're more of a visual, tactile kind of person.
Yeah.
So for sure. So how do you feel that the Hive has helped you so far, personally and professionally?
Well, the Hive has been beneficial because I've been able to get the word out. I've been able to reach out to other businesses and companies who, potentially might be able to have my product at their events or just weren't aware, and can let, spread the word about us. And then just the knowledge that I've been able to gain here, the meetings and just the women here are so supportive and, willing to help you in any way that they can and, give you any information or knowledge that they've learned to try to help you on your path or your journey or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, thank you. I would say that definitely if you are planning an event or anything like that, it's good to have an option for people who are gluten-free or vegan and whatnot. And so would you say that if somebody reached out to you and said, I'm planning this event, I need, say some breakfast options for people in that category, food category, or even just in total so that it was, just all kind of equitable,
Right.
What would be like the process for that?
Well, it really depends on the size of the event. Obviously, if you're talking about a small gathering, 10, 15 people or whatever, then, a day or two and we can probably make it happen. Now you go into, 50 plus people, then obviously I'm going to need more time to, get everything together. And, but yeah, we definitely can do that. And you're absolutely right. There's a lot of times where people go to events or meetings that, have dietary restrictions or, choices, and there's no options for them.
Yeah.
And so that's something that, CM Goodies is able to bring to those people so they can enjoy it too.
Yeah, I love that. So what insight might you give to somebody who is thinking about starting a business, maybe even specifically like, bakery style business?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Or if you were to give yourself advice, back at the beginning.
Don't procrastinate. Like if you know that you got a good product and you believe in it and you see, the smile that you put on people's faces, and yeah, just go for it. Like don't be scared. Just put yourself out there, and wherever you can. I started off as just family and friends, and then it went to vendor events, which I'm actually doing something here soon.
Yeah.
And just wherever you can get your name out, wherever you can, let people know, hey, I'm here, and as far as like baked goods and things like that, I would absolutely say samples.
Yeah, that's what you did with us, right?
Yes,
we brought in some samples. We got to try it, and now we have some here on site for people who are co-working and want a snack, don't want to have to run out for something.
Yeah, absolutely, because you can have something that's packaged fantastic, but if it doesn't have that taste to go with it, it's kind of pointless.
Right, for sure. So what can the bees or anybody watching do to help you?
So we actually have an event coming up soon. It will be our first ICT Veg Fest. I'm partnering with Blood Orchard and Reborn Boutique and Marketplace. And so we're going to have vegan food, vegetarian food, repurposed products, recycled, upcycled, basically anything that's like good for you, good for the earth, good for the environment. Just, come and feel good about your purchases. Try some great food. We're going to have Beer Rock Babes there with her vegan beer rocks. CM Goodies will have a table there as well. We're going to have jewelry, tie-dye shirts, everything. So it'll be August 22nd at Blood Orchard.
And are you still looking for vendors, or you got vendors filled?
Right now we are still looking for vendors. But I would tell you, every day I'm adding more and more.
Yeah.
So
get in fast if you want to be.
Yes, get in fast, because I feel like it's going to be a huge event. We've got people from Kansas City, Oklahoma coming down.
Awesome.
I'm really, really excited about it.
It's exciting. So how should people reach out to you if they want to be a vendor, or if they just want to put an order in with you?
So you can go to my website, cmgoodies.com. You can also go to my Facebook page and send me a private message. Or you can give us a call. It's 316-208-4263.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Nicole. Anything else you want to add?
I think we're good.
Awesome. Well, have a great one, everyone. Thanks for joining us.